Well, this is my great grandfather. I always say he's Sir William Paterson, who established the Bank of England in 1694, and he loved the smell of money. But it was really my father. This is my father, and this is my grandfather. Now they both loved the smell of whiskey, but it was really my father more than anything is the one that really influenced me more than anybody. And when I was 8 years old, he did take me to his warehouses in Glasgow. It would be an experience I would never forget. My brother and I didn't know what we were going to, and he took us to the heart of the Glasgow, and he took a big bunch of keys out, and he unlocked these huge doors of the warehouses, and he pulled them open, and we stepped into his world for the very first time. The first thing we noticed was the smell, the fumes engulfing our nostrils. And we said, what the heck's going on here? And we could see the silhouettes of the casks in the background, but it wasn't really of any interest to us. So we started fooling around that annoyed my father. So much so that he said, right, since you think it's so funny, he took a copita glass like this. He then took a Valinch and he went into the cask and he poured me a large glass of whiskey. And he said, Richard, okay, you think it's funny? Why don't you tell me something about the whiskey? And I took it in my hand and I said, I don't know what you mean, Dad. And that's when he hit me at the back of the head. I said, what did you do that for, Dad? He said, you're being silly, you're being stupid. What I want you to do is to hold the whiskey in the back, hold it down at the bottom, swirl it around, bring it up and say, hello. And then go back to it and say, how are you? Are you as heavy as your grandfather? Are you perhaps as light as your mother? Or perhaps, are you as sweet as your chocolate bar, or are you as dry as the dust on the floor? So from my early beginnings, you could see it was heavy and grumpy like my grandfather, but it had a certain sweetness. And this was something that, captured my imagination. It brought something into me, and I thought, this is something I want to be part of my life. And here we are, 50 years later, looking back on that event. But now when I go into any warehouse, no matter if it's in Scotland or if it's in America or if it's down in the Bordeaux region or particularly down in the Sherry region, when we all go to these bodegas, the cajitas and the warehouses, the smell is something that I always look for. And it makes me more attuned to see what's going on and the reason what is behind moulding these whiskies.